If you're just getting into the Airbnb business and you think you've got your expenses figured out, think again. When I started my Airbnb journey over 10 years ago, I underwrote everything and thought I had it all figured out until I hit the real world. Missing these hidden expenses would have turned my profitable business venture into a financial sinkhole. For those of you that don't know, I'm Timo Ketola. I've been in the Airbnb business for over 10 years, currently doing over $2 million annually in revenue. With that time in the game, managing multiple properties, I've seen everything that most people overlook. I'm here to share these insights so that you guys don't fall into this trap that even many seasoned hosts overlook. Now, hidden cost number one is the high price of after-hours repairs. When things go wrong after hours, you can expect to pay a premium that you probably didn't factor in. Expect to pay 1.5 times or even double the normal rate that you would pay. This is often the result of electrical issues, plumbing issues, and HVAC issues that happen after hours, and you have to get them resolved quickly. Most people don't factor this into their underwriting, but nevertheless, you're in the hospitality business and people want solutions quickly, so if something goes wrong, expect to have to pay after-hours prices. There are ways to mitigate these costs, and number one is to establish relationships with vendors. Let them know that you're in this for the long haul, you have multiple properties, or if you don't have multiple properties, at least tell them that they're going to be your go-to vendor. Especially over time, this is going to help them establish a relationship with you and offer you more competitive pricing even for after-hours situations because they know you're going to call them. Hidden cost number two that a lot of people don't think about is HVAC nightmares and guest refunds. This is a killer, especially because a lot of times these HVAC issues are going to pop up at the most inopportune time, such as the middle of summer when you're getting peak rates on your properties and now the guests are going to be unhappy. They're paying a high price for the property and you're going to be giving them guest refunds in addition to paying for the HVAC repairs. There's no getting around this other than making sure that your HVAC is operating well. If you do run into these issues and if the guest takes it to Airbnb, for example, Airbnb is going to refund the guest automatically 35 to 50% depending on the severity of it, or even a full refund if it's really unbearable. So what you want to do is try to mitigate this and prevent this from happening in the first place. The number one thing that I love to do for this may sound like low-hanging fruit, and it is, but it's change your HVAC filters regularly. This cannot be overstated enough. A lot of people don't think that this is really that important, but it is super important to keep fresh air flowing through your HVAC system. So I change my HVAC filters every 60 days. This is a lot more than most people, but I would advise it because the number one thing that will cause your HVAC to give out is by putting undue stress on it, and this is through a restricted airflow. Also do an annual maintenance check on your HVAC system through an HVAC professional and have them at a minimum top off the Freon levels if it's needed. Hidden cost number three that a lot of people don't think about is the constant recycling of linens and towels. This is a lot more than you think, and it also involves things such as pillows. Your pillows are going to get flat, they're going to get stained, and you're going to need to replace them on a regular basis. Same thing for towels. Your towels are going to need to be soft and fluffy consistently and not have any stains on them. Nobody's going to be happy if they have scratchy towels. It just comes off as a cheap operation, and people are going to be more inclined to write you a less than 5-star review, which is everything that you're trying to do to prevent it. You're in the 5-star review business, and that's your number one goal. Flat pillows, scratchy towels, or stained sheets are all going to lead to less than 5-star reviews, killing your business. You're probably going to underestimate the cost of actually replacing bed sheets. That's going to become very normal and very constant in your operational expenses. Your bed sheets are going to end up with what you can imagine, plus everything else that you can't even imagine. And a lot of that stuff isn't going to come out, and you're going to need to replace the sheets regularly. A lot of people maybe think something about these expenses and put it into their underwriting, but most people are going to underestimate it, if not factor it in at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. Again, I've been in this business for over 10 years, doing over $2 million annually, and I'm here to give you guys the real-world tips that you need to succeed in your Airbnb business and your Airbnb arbitrage business. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more soon.